Solana is currently coiling up inside of a bullish pennant. The upside resolution of that bullish triangle pattern is 200 bucks. I want to show you that pattern as well as some Memecoin chart updates for you. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first and foremost, Solana, our old buddy Salami coin here. So you can see if we exclude some of these more extended wicks and go from the candle bodies on Solana here, we've got a nice bullish pennant forming up. Okay, so right now the MACD is trending down as basically the price has been consolidating sideways. It's not a strong downtrend on the MACD, it's a sideways trend, okay, showing lack of momentum as we coil up within this triangle pattern. We can see the 20-day EMA now providing support on the lower end of this. So basically you have a classic pattern here, nice breakout, that's your flagpole. This is the big pennant on top, coiling up here for a couple weeks. The breakout from this is targeting $200 as measured from here, about 160 up to 180 something. So about 200 bucks approximately. Not a bad breakout target. You'll need to catch that from around 177 or from a retest here around 170 at the bottom end of the triangle. Also a 20-day EMA retest if you get it. Right now, no trade if you're not in this already because you're kind of just spraying and praying, where it's literally a wildly indecisive moment here right in the middle period of the triangle. So will it go up and break out, or will it come back down for a retest? Who knows? Let's see what happens over the next few days. But those are the parameters for this potential move. So if you can catch a retest down here, probably a good entry. If you catch the breakout here about 176, 177 approximately, not a bad trade either. 177 to 200, that makes money. That makes money, okay? So let's watch over the next few days to see how Solana resolves itself from this triangle. Technically, the triangle hits its terminal point around the 2nd of June, so sometime around this weekend. Let's see what happens over the next few days. By the way, if you want to trade Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, meme coins, whatever, check out BitUnix. Best place to be trading crypto coins. It's got no KYC, and sometimes people ask me, Lark, why do you need no KYC? Well, we just had a big exchange hack where a bunch of KYC information got leaked. It's very problematic. Okay, no KYC is fantastic, allows you to trade with freedom. There's also no VPN required, meaning that anybody, anywhere can trade on BitUnix. You can long the rips, short the dips, trade all the big coins, the big liquidity, and to get some sweet bonuses. Limited time offer, of course. This current offer expires in 4 days. So check it out. $400 in deposit bonuses. You deposit $500, you get $100 back. $1,000, you get $200 back. $2,000, you get $400 back. That's crazy. And up to $2,000 in trading bonuses. Link down below. Get started today. Go check it out. Okay, so let's take a look at some meme coin charts, guys. Moodeng, the stinky baby hippo. I am still in this one for my 21-cent entry over here the other day. Round tripped a lot of profits by not taking the money off the table when I woke up on Friday morning and saw this at about 30 cents or something like that. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. Still in the trade, still in profits. You can see right now it's basically forming up an ascending triangle pattern. So you have this very strong overhead barrier around 32, 33 cents. My current take profit order, actually, I moved it down a little bit, put it in at 32 cents. I think that's probably good enough. Can always reassess if we do get a breakout here, but one more at least test up here on the top end of this triangle pattern would not be surprising, of course, assuming that the pattern does hold and doesn't break down here over the next few days. Right now, it is right on the cusp. So in theory, not a bad spot to go long from if that trend line is going to hold, but it's not the strongest of trend lines in the world. It does have a few decent touch points, but also these ones are a bit far away from the actual trend line itself, so not a perfect trend line. 20-day EMA down here around 22 cents, which is right around my stop loss. Well, it's a break-even stop loss. Technically, I'll make a little bit of money, but we'll round trip to a whole bunch of profits if we get stopped out on this. C'est la vie, if the case. I think if I see this significantly break down below this trend line, might get out while I still have some profits in hand. But still in the trade, still hoping we see a bounce back up here. Problematically, MACD now trending downwards, which I do not love to see. Volume falling off here as well. So that kind of favors a bearish retest. Well, not bearish retest, but a bearish breakdown of this triangle and retest here of either the 20-day or even the 200-day all the way down here at 16, 17 cents, which would not be crazy. But let's see how it resolves itself for the next few days. We could have a big week with U.S. futures opening green, Bitcoin conference, big announcements could be made, could get the market excited and see some pumps happen. So let's see. Again, still in that trade. Let's see how it resolves itself. Would be nice to get out with some decent chunky profits there. But hey, you know what? If we round trip to break even, it's the game we play sometimes, guys. A lot of decent charts right now for Solana-based meme coins overall. Popcat, you can see we had this bullish pennant here form up, had a beautiful breakout, basically straight on point. So we had about a 15 cent breakout target from here. So we went from 39 cents up to around 60 cents. Well, 65 cents, we can get a little bit over target actually. Now we've got a similar thing forming up with a second bullish pennant forming up essentially after that. Breakout flagpole move, coiling up, and not perfect, but still you get the idea. We got a big triangle forming up here. 20-day EMA being defended with inside the triangle currently, right on the bottom end of it. Not a bad spot to get a limit long around sort of 45 cents if you get a retest there. If we break down from this, you really want to see a 50-day EMA hold right around 40, 41 cents. Breakout from the top range of this will be a significant move. Right now, our MACD is trending down, so I don't think we get a strong breakout to the upside on this until the market more broadly swings around, and then that our MACD will flip bullish and have a good breakout here for the Popcat. The Popcat, man, the cat that pops. Goat. I actually like this for a trade right now. And I'm going to put that in. By the way, we got stopped out yesterday on our Brett and Pepe trades. The Pepe trade, I know I was going to get stopped out. I was being silly. Revenge trading. It's fine. Lost $200. It's all good. The Brett trade had a little more hope in, but the market's been pretty shaky the last few days over the weekend. It's not surprising. You have a weekends are low liquidity anyway. Holiday weekends are even worse. And you had a holiday weekend where you had all this Trump FUD about new tariffs on the EU that then got taken away. So the market got a bit rattled over the weekend. It's fine. That happens. So GOAT, similar situation. You can see this trend line right here, previous resistance, now support in these two areas here. The best entry would probably be right here around 14.5 cents if we get a pullback there, but I like it's defending the 20-day EMA currently. So, and it's a lot closer to a breakout point than, for example, Popcat, which is right down here near the bottom of the triangle right now. You can see GOAT doesn't take a lot of effort to get that thing to see a positive breakout to the upside. So we're going to put in a trade on that here. Again, you can see my current trades that I have open. XRP trade, just been chilling. Not really much has happened to it. It's $170 in loss right now. Moodeng still at nice profits, but let's see how that stinky hippo behaves over the next few days. Solana trade still in decent profits right now. The break-even stop loss is at 162 on that, which is the 200-day EMA. So again, we'll see how things play out over the week. Stock futures in the green. Positive catalysts come out of the Bitcoin conference. Could see some bullish price action, although the MACDs and stuff are showing a lot of slowdown of momentum and bullish chart behavior, bearish chart behavior overall across a lot of assets right now as we see consolidations within these big triangle patterns and stuff like that starting to form up. So you come at an interesting point where it's okay, you got to see upside breakouts to see the continuation happen. And these bullish pennant patterns in an uptrend obviously favor the upside, but upside is never guaranteed. So you always have to manage your downside risk. So we're going to do a limit order here for 15 cents to require a very slight pullback on GOAT to get the entry here. Hopefully we get that. Take profit. We're going up for 25 cents. So that's a big move. That's a big move. And that would be basically right back to the top of the range of the triangle there, not necessarily the breakout target, which is around 30 cents. Going to try not to get too greedy on that one. And of course, a stop loss at 14 cents. 14 cents. Now, why 14 cents? You can see 14 cents right here is a breakdown, essentially a loss of the triangle pattern. Now, it could just be a wick if we get a decent sell-off. We could just wick down there. That's the risk you take, okay? I could set it way down here, but then you just lose way more money on the stop loss if the market turns against you more significantly. That's always the risk you take. I think 14 cents is a decent stop loss for me personally. Obviously, you'll set your own parameters. You never just blindly copy trade anything that I do. I'm sharing my trades, my trading journey, all that fun stuff. Maybe it's educational for you. I hope that it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you back in the next. Oh, hold on a second. Did I confirm the trade? I did not. Hold on. Better open that long, man. Better open that long, Lark. Holy cow. Almost forgot. Okay, it's open. See you back next time. Peace.